do, can everyone see the 23rd Psalm that I'm showing on my screen? Can you guys see that
Yeah.
okay? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, let's all read it together.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lay down in green pastures. He lays me beside the still waters.
Very good.
Though
Doris?
he lays me
Uh-huh.
in the path of
Righteousness?
righteousness
Very good.
for his name's sake.
Excellent. All right, you gonna pick up at verse 4, Jada?
Yes,
And you did an excellent job, Jordan. Thank you.
you're welcome. Yes, though I walk through the valleys of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
So now let's move to verse 3. And again, we'll see verse 3 in both translations. We have King James that reads, He restores my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. And the New Living Translation reads, He renews my strength. He guides me along right paths, bringing honor to his name. Wonderful. So let's take a minute. Let's pray. And let's think about what this verse means. He renews my strength. He guides me along right paths, bringing honor to his name. The shepherd knows exactly where to lead the sheep so that they can find grass to eat. And he will do that because he wants his sheep to be healthy. They belong to him, so he is going to do everything he can to take the best care of them. So he will lead the sheep in those spots where they can find green grass. And in verse 2, we see he leads, okay? We follow. He leads. So he leads us to green grass. He leads us in his word. Let's talk about restores and renews. And I want to use an example of this battery charger I have here. I hope you guys can see this. And what this battery charger does is when I have batteries that I have used until the battery no longer has any more power left in it, I can put it in this charger and it will recharge the battery until it has full power again. Well, that's what it's talking about in verse 3. God is so wonderfully powerful that he can restore us or renew us when we have been worn all the way down, and we have no power of our own left. He can renew us all the way back up to full strength. Even in our weakness, He is our strength. And even when we are worn down, we are not beyond repair. So sometimes you may have a situation where you have just done everything you can to be nice to someone, to show love to someone, to be very forgiving of someone. And it just seems like that, the more you try to be nice, and try to be a friend to this person, you just feel yourself getting just like really tired and worn down. And then all of a sudden, you'll hear a promise in the Bible, or you'll hear maybe even God Himself whispering something sweet in your ear, because God talks to all of us. We're not too young. If we have ears to listen, He will speak, and He will all of a sudden re-excite us or fill us with so much joy in our hearts that all of that tired feeling that we had before, it's just not there anymore. Or we again have been recharged to be a friend and to continue to show love to this person. So it is God who gives us that strength. It is God who empowers us to be able to show love to others, to even some people who might not even want to be loved. But we get our power from God to be able to do that. So that is one way that God restores and renews us. The other way, I want you guys to take a look at this picture right here. And you see the shepherd, and you see the sheep behind him. They're following him. He's leading them down the right path, okay? Well, it's probably more than likely that one of these sheep, one of us, probably ventured off to the left when we should not have ventured off to the left. Or in other words, we made a decision that was not a good decision. Well, guess what? Our shepherd comes and finds us, picks us up, and puts us back on the right path, okay? That is another way that God renews or restores us. When we make a mistake, or we intentionally choose to do something that we know our parents have told us not to do, or a teacher has told us not to do, but we just went ahead and did it anyway, and we've gotten in trouble for it. When we are restored, that means we have gotten the discipline that we needed, and we have learned the lesson that we needed to learn in order not to make that same choice again. When we have that knowledge, we have been restored, and we are back on the right path. Another thing that it says in this verse is bringing honor to His name, or for His name's sake. So when we do make right choices, when we are obedient to our parents and to our teachers and to others who are in authority over us, when we are obedient to God, that brings honor to his name. Making the right choices brings honor to God. And that is what we want to do. He loves us, we love him back, and we want to show him the respect and the honor that he deserves. And you and I do that by making the right choices. Now, the last point that we're going to talk about in verse 3 also is about bringing honor to God's name. So when you think about a father, or you think about a guardian, or you think about a shepherd, they are often judged at how well they do their job based on how their sheep look or how their children look. If their children look very healthy, then somebody comes to the conclusion that they are doing a good job. But if their children or their sheep look like they haven't been fed in days and they're all worn down and looking sickly, then people are going to think, that must not be a good father. That must not be a good shepherd. So going back to renewing and restoring, God, out of honor for his own name, will make sure that when we have come to a point of weakness, that he strengthens and restores and renews us, because he can only be known as a good father. All right, and then God guides us. Very good. Thank you, Jordan or Jaden, whoever typed that in. And then the last verse was, he renews our strength and guides me in path of righteousness for his name's sake. I can't remember who said it, but somebody said it very well. They said when we do bad, God is able to put us on the right track. And I thought that was wonderful. So even when we do make the wrong choice, we serve a God who loves us enough to get us back on the right track. And when we make good decisions, we actually bring honor to God. Okay? So any questions, or anybody else has anything that they want to add on verses 1 through 3? Or any questions? What is the 23rd Psalm? What type of literature or art form is it? Is it a poem? Is it a prayer? Is it a song? Or is it all of the above? Very, very good. The 23rd song is actually all of these. It is a poem, a prayer, and a song. Great work, guys. Hi there, new family members and future friends. If you would like to join us, we would love to have you. We record live every second Sunday. To get more information and to register, please email us at the address seen on the screen. I look forward to meeting you.